So I've done a review of the Endor Commandos in the past, but I only had two back then. Now I've got six of them, and each of them is different. I wanted to army build and make them different, and that's what I'm achieving right now. I'm very happy for this. So I found a bunch of them for very cheap at my local Walmart over a year ago. So I bought tons of them, but I kept them in their package until I could figure out what to do with them. Now that I've found all that I needed to upgrade them, I can actually do something and have six Endor Commando troopers who are completely unique, and I'm very glad. Let's look at what I've done further. This is Hervé from Comic Book Bin, figuring since 2002. Like and subscribe. All right, so the equipment or the heads and the props I've used to kitbash and customize each of those figures, or as such, I bought a bunch of helmets off eBay of Endor troopers. These helmets seem to be almost the same as the one used on this Luke Skywalker action figure. Almost the same, but not exactly the same. So they have the same paint. These must have been rejects, I don't know. I've got way more of those, but I guess I'm going to be stuck with a few extras that I can't use here. But so I've got those helmets, which I've used to customize some of my characters. Now, the original Endor Commandos are this guy, the young guy, and the older guy. Those are the original two. I don't even believe those are my original figures, since what I've done is I kept opening new figures as I would find new heads for them. So you've got those two original guys, and if you remember, it's a faceplate technology. You can remove the faceplate and exchange the head easily. So those are my standing Endor Commandos. The problem we all know with the Endor Commandos heads is that they're not compatible with the Hot Troopers, and that is a major drawback in terms of design and customizing. They should have been compatible so that we could reuse some of the Hot Troopers, which also came with two different faceplate heads. It would have been fun to just be able to exchange them. We would have had even more characters. Hasbro's leaving money on the table when they don't allow collectors to just collect and exchange heads. So these are what the faceplates look like. Find a few of them for you. These are some of the faceplates. Okay. This is the young guy. So these are the faceplates. And unlike the old Hot figures, you couldn't even store those faceplates somewhere in the backpack of the figures. And a bunch of extra heads, as you can see, which I'm not using anymore. Now I find that these heads are a bit large, so they'll fit on a regular 112. You know that Star Wars is pure 112 as opposed to G.I. Joe Marvel Legends, which are probably more 111, so a bit bigger. Now let's look at some of the faces that I found. I've got a bunch of Spider-Man, Peter Parker. Don't ask me which Peter Parker head it is. I've got a few Spider-Man action figures, and these two heads came together. Well, came with those figures for unmasked heads. Now the peg doesn't fit properly exactly. You need to put some sticky tack or something so the head stays put. And the hair are a bit too wide, so you can't fit the helmet on those heads, unfortunately. So you'll have a couple of troopers that don't really take care of their security too much. I mean, I could try, but as you can see, it doesn't really fit properly because the hair is too big. Okay, so I've got Peter Parker heads. Peter Parker's head is usually a bit smaller than other Marvel Legends because the figure is usually a bit tinier. So the head scale is also tinier. Now I'm trying to fit this, but he's got big hair. Maybe if I were to shave off some of the hair here, but I don't want to do that. You'll never know how I could be reusing the figure in the future. So for now on, I've got these two Peter Parker head. Okay. And I think they'll do just fine. Now the other head that I found, and that's when I was very lucky, I was mix and matching a bunch of extra heads that I've got lying around. The first one is from a Victory Royale. The Victory Royale character is like this knight, this gold knight, and he came with an extra head. It was a very tiny head, and it's the exact right scale. So it's a Victory Royale character whose peg hole is the right one for Star Wars figures. Now he looks a bit tan, but it doesn't matter. It fits, right? And the head was small enough. He's got hair underneath. If I were to remove the helmet completely, you can see that he's got hair. And he fits the helmet just right. So this is my first custom Endor Trooper. I've got Holland and Holland here. And finally, my other Endor Trooper is reusing a head that's very, very old, well, older, and even tinier, but it still works in a way. This head belongs to the Shoken figure from Articulated Ninja or Foosh from way back. I had this extra head which I never used. It comes with hair that you can plug here, but it's too big for hair. The scale is just right. He does gives him a very small head, but with the helmet on, some people have tinier heads like that anyway. And if you put him in crowded shots, he's got a different face, different mug. A bit tan also, but he looks different from all the other guys, which is what I care the most about when I army build. I want my army build to look different, even though they're irregular troopers. I've got the Holland head here who's smiling, looks like a fool. The other one is a bit more stern. So they could be twins, they could be the same guy, and they're not the same guy exactly. The expressions is different. And that's what I had for hot figures, Endor figures. I don't have any other ones. And I'm very glad I finally army built them. I was keeping them in the package for quite a long time, hoping to find something that I could exchange their heads with, or maybe even trade them with other collectors. I know for a while they were difficult to find, but it seems that they're lying at Ollie's or places like that for now in the US. Here in Canada, like I mentioned, I found a lot of them for $9 at my local Walmart. Almost just a few months after they were released. I never understood what was happening. But $9 Canadian for a figure, who's going to complain? So I bought a bunch of them at the time, and I still kept them in the package until I could find ways to customize them and give them unique features. And I like army building. I like having different characters. I like testing different heads, and that's what I've done. Now, if you've got some Mark Holland, was that his name? Holland heads lying around, they'll fit perfectly. You've got the Victory Royale, or even some old articulated ninjas head. Why not? The Fouche heads are perfect for that. Those helmets you can probably find for cheap on eBay, or hey, reach out to me if you want me to sell you some of those. I've got a bunch of them. Still have a few of them left, so I can probably sell you them as a batch or something like that. I don't care anymore. I don't think I'll be buying any more of those guys, and I don't believe there's any other character I can use those heads with. Well, that's what I had to say for now. This is Hervé from Comic Book Bin. Like and subscribe. See you some other time.